Well, hello everybody, Bug Eater 64 here, and today what are we going to do? We're going to be flying in Microsoft Flight Simulator, and we're going to do a flight in the Cessna 172 with the G1000 in it, and we're going to be flying from KDED, which is DeLand Municipal Airport in, uh, also known as Sidney H. Taylor Field in Florida. And from there, we're going to just under 400 miles up to KGSP, which is the Greenville Spartanburg International Airport, which is my home base for a pre-program called NeoFly, which is just another. Uh, this is a freeware software. It's been around quite a while now, since the pretty much the beginning of Microsoft Flight Simulator, and if not even before. That lets you run a little business and everything all by yourself. And those that have watched some of my videos, can't talk today, need more coffee. Uno momento, por favor. Nectar of the gods. Anyway, we're going to get into this. It's just going to be a nice flight. I'm going to be flying in Microsoft Flight Simulator, like I said, and with my settings for all my uh, scenery are set to ultra. So we're going to see how that goes, and I hope you enjoy it. So we'll see you inside the cockpit, and let's get this flight going. Enjoy. Welcome to KDED, Florida. This is going to be a NeoFly flight, and as you can see, we don't have enough fuel, so I'm going to have to put some
Transporter
fuel
from
in the
dispatch.
bird.
Transit mission today. I'm waiting at our new base.
Very good. And so, 353 nautical miles, and we're going to be getting going here shortly. But it's going to be a transit flight just to move the aircraft from KDED to the new home base at KGSP. Right, so here we are. We're going to be going from KDED in Florida here to Greenville, Spartanburg. Let us get things going here and get things started. So, first things first. We're ready to fly. And we'll go ahead and get rid of this. Okay. Standby batteries on, avionics is on. We didn't need to. Let's go ahead and what are we showing for fuel? Okay. There's Strobo. Let's take a look outside here. Okay. Everything's good there. Rack the throttle. And let's double check. Fuel is on. So everything's looking good there. Let's get it started. And here we go. We have a good engine start. Very good. All right. Everything looking good. Okay, we'll be getting some weather information. My co-pilot will be handling the radio calls for me.
Kilo Delta Echo Delta automated weather observation 1700 Zulu. Wind 097 at 24. Visibility 10. Sky condition. Few clouds of 3,600 feet, 5,100 feet scattered. Temperature 26 C dew point, 10 C altimeter tray 024. Kilo Delta Echo Delta automated weather observation 1700 Zulu.
Okay, so got weather information. We'll be taking off from runway 12.
Sky condition. Few clouds of 3,600 feet, 5,100 feet scattered. Temperature 26 C dew point, 10 C altimeter tray 024.
And KDED does not have an active tower.
Automated weather observation 1700 Zulu. Wind 097 at 24. Visibility 10. Sky condition. Few clouds of 3,600 feet, 5,100 feet scattered. Temperature 26 C dew point, 10 C altimeter tray 024. Kilo Delta Echo Delta.
So we'll be handling this as a non-controlled airport.
Kilo Delta Echo Delta traffic Air America X Alpha Alpha Delta X-ray 010 is taxiing to runway 12.
Okay, so we'll just announce when we're going to take off and let other aircraft in the area know what we are doing as we now taxi to runway 12. And I'm wondering what this truck was going to do, because the closer I got to the taxiway, the closer he got to me. I'd move, he'd move. He finally stopped. So anyway,
Kilo
here we
Delta
are.
Echo Delta traffic Air America X Alpha Alpha Delta X-ray 010 taking off runway 5, departing straight out.
All right, here we go. Let's get on the runway and get in the air. And we're on our way. So we can go ahead and start our rotation.
Daytona approach Air America X Alpha Alpha Delta X-ray 010 is type Cessna Skyhawk 1 miles southeast of Kilo Delta Echo Delta 700 feet. Request flight following.
Air America X Alpha Alpha Delta X-ray 010 Daytona approach. Squawk 1707.
Squawk 1707 Air America X Alpha Alpha Delta X-ray 010.
Air America X Alpha Alpha Delta X-ray 010 radar contact 2 miles southeast of Kilo Delta Echo Delta 900 feet. Altimeter tree 0.24.
Roger Air America X Alpha Alpha Delta X-ray 010.
And with the cloud cover happening at about 3,000 feet, what we're going to do is stay right at about 3,000, just under. And 3 hours and about 11 minutes later, we are now approaching Greenville-Spartanburg International Airport. It is dead ahead of us. And we're going to we'll get a little closer here, then we'll go ahead and hit our downwind. We'll be landing on runway 22. And if you look right through the prop, you can see runway 4, I believe it is. You can see the approach lights. And we're going to be making a right turn to go into our downwind, and then we're going to be making a left turn to base and on to final. So the flight's gone very well, the way I like it, uneventful. This 172 is just a excellent flying aircraft. So had some fairly strong headwinds most of the trip, between 17 and 22 miles per hour. So that slowed us down quite a bit. But the aircraft has performed well. And there is the airport straight ahead of us. You can't see runway really. I guess if you look really hard, you might spot them. But you can't see the runway 22 lights because they're down in a bunch of trees at the end of the runway. So we won't see them until on our base and or just before we get onto final. So it's going to be, and we've got a light aircraft here, and we've got a lot of wind. So it's going to make the landing interest. Right now we've got a bit of a tailwind, and it's, you know, 20 plus miles per hour. So when we come in, we're going to have almost a dead crosswind, which we're probably going to really see and feel the effects. Okay, autopilot off. I have the aircraft. And we're getting ready to start our downwind leg. We're going to start losing altitude and slowing down. Okay, autopilot off. Let's turn your flight director off. Okay. You want to be careful here, because with NeoFly you can get penalties for doing crazy stuff. Like overspeeding, you know, different things like that. And I don't want to get any of that. So, plus I want to make it a nice, easy landing. I need to practice. Let's turn the landing lights on.
Cleared to land runway 22 Air America XX Alpha Alpha Delta X-ray 010.
Okay, so we've got clearance to land. There's the end of runway 22, just off our left wing. Okay, turning onto our base. Got our first degree of flap. And there you can see the approach lights in the lane they had to cut the trees out of. I'm going to line up here. On our approach, I'm going to be to the right of the center line. See if I can hold it off, because that wind's really going to be pushing us here. I try to crab a little bit. And we're looking good. And that wind is pushing us pretty good. Take our time and ease it down. We got plenty of runway. We're a small aircraft, so. And see, the wind has pushed me over to the left of that center line. And we have touchdown.
Vertical speed 94, side slip 180.0.
Very good. Okay, we'll bring the flaps up. And get ready to turn the landing lights off once we get off the runway here. And we'll get ready to go to general parking.
Going to 121.9 Amerikajewik 6 Alpha Alpha Delta X-ray 010.
Hello, welcome to Greenville-Spartanburg International Airport. We're going to be going to
rear ground
general
Amerikajewik 6
parking.
Alpha Alpha Delta X-ray 010 taxi to parking. Taxiing to general aviation parking using taxiway Alpha Air America XX Alpha Delta X-ray 010.
Okay. And let's see here. This will take us to the general parking area straight ahead. Looks like we've got the marshalers waiting for us. Okay, we can stop. Parking brake is on. So with that, let's look at Neofly. Neofly, we finished the flight. He's 237 pounds of fuel. Okay. Got some bonus points for the landing and bonus comfort because we didn't jostle anybody. And if you look at the little map, you can see our flight track. So no complaints there. Went well. So we are ready, and with that, just a second, we are going to go ahead and take another look at that landing. Why? Because I can. Alright, so here we go. Enjoy.
descent runway 22 Air America XX Alpha Alpha Delta X-ray 010.
Well, alrighty then. We've completed the flight. I thought it was a pretty good landing myself, less than 100 feet per minute descent wise. Um, Showed how strong the crosswind was, because when I started my approach, I was right of the center line, and when I touched down, I was left of the center line. Even crabbed a little bit to get in there, as you can see. But all in all, good landing, soft touchdown, good result for the NeoFly. Of course, there was no money. It was just an aircraft transfer from KDED to KGSP, which is my new home airport for NeoFly, and we'll start be flying missions out of there and slowly building and getting a little more cash so we can get more powerful aircraft into the fleet and make a little money for the company. So I hope you enjoyed the flight. I had a good time bringing it to you. The scenery in Microsoft Flight Simulator with everything set on Ultra was very, very pleasant. Had a little bit of weather, no rain, but some pretty good winds. We had a 17 to 20 knot wind, headwind that really made the flight a little longer than it needed to be. But 3-hour flight, almost 4 hours actually, that ended up quite well. Had fun with it. Hope you enjoyed it. Look forward to having you come along for another ride very, very soon. And until then, this is Bug Eater 64. And as always, remember, safe flying.